When my youngest daughter was about 3 years old, she discovered something truly exciting. In the flowers section of our local grocery store, she could receive a free helium balloon every time we went to the market. Boy, was she excited. Every trip to the store, she would run to the flower store, we'd get her free balloon, I'd tie the ribbon around her wrist so she wouldn't lose it up into the rafters of the store, and then we'd go to do our shopping. She'd be bouncing her balloon up and down. We'd finish shopping, go out, she'd bounce her balloon through the parking lot, get into the car holding it tight against her chest. And the moment we got home, she'd run inside, run through the house, out into the backyard, take the ribbon off her wrist and let the balloon go, watch it sail up to the sky. The first time she did this, I said, "Why did you let go of your balloon?" She gave me a big smile and laughed. And this happened every single time we went to the store for months. She'd get the balloon, come home, run to the backyard, and let it float up to the heavens. Finally, after several months, I got my answer. I asked her the same question I'd been asking all along. "Why do you let go of your balloon?" And she looked at me with that big smile and she said, "It's a present for God." You remember when we were young? Life was so simple. Everything made sense. We could believe in things that were worthy of belief until we started to get old and we started to become more rational, become more logical, become more skeptical, become more cynical. And so many of the pure joys of life seem to disappear. We now struggle with meaning, with purpose, with identity, with relationships. All those simple pleasures of childhood, where did they go? And how do we get them back? It's really not that complicated. Because ultimately, we know that what really gives value to life is a sense of being connected to something greater than ourselves. When it's just me, then everything rises and falls with my moods, my outlooks. My successes are great, but failures are catastrophic. And we go on this roller coaster, up and down, wondering when we're going to be happy, when we're going to feel satisfied, when we're going to feel secure, when we're going to feel like adults. Maybe what we need to do is stop trying so hard to feel like adults. Because part of maturity is recognizing that we need other people. That what gives our lives value is connection with others with something that has meaning and purpose. Ultimately, that sense of purpose, of connection, of being part of something more than just us, that is what gives us that sense of fulfillment that is the basis of happiness. King Solomon says, "As water reflects one face to another, so too the heart of one person to another." When we look to connect with people who are people of quality, of people who have value, of people who are willing and determined to find the goodness in life and the goodness in others, then we create the connections that give us a sense of community, a sense of belonging, a sense of purpose, and ultimately a sense of joy. We want to reflect the goodness of others when they see us. We want to see our goodness reflected in them. And when we make the effort to focus on the values that are important, the purpose that gives our life meaning, the connections that make our lives rich, then we start to feel that life has purpose, that life has meaning, that we're here and we're accomplishing what we're in this world to do. And when we do that, that is how we discover happiness. Not by pursuing happiness as a goal, but by pursuing purpose, which ultimately leads us on the path that brings us to real and enduring